Hello and welcome back to the channel, my beautiful and amazing friends and family. And if you're new to the channel, welcome to Team Acne, a channel where we talk all about acne related things. I know this does sound too good to be true, but this is something that actually for a lot of people overnight will clear up their cyst. All right, you may or may not have heard of this before, but there are things called hydrocolloid bandages. And these are just bandages that are made for all sorts of different things, but basically what they're made for is to pull the fluid out of something. And the way they do this is that it's just like a Band-Aid, right? But it has an adhesive on it, something like pectin. And so that way, as it sits there over, like for example, a burn where you have a bunch of that goo under the surface of the skin, while it sits over top of that, it absorbs that liquid into that pectin and fills that gooey area of the bandage up. And then when you take it off, the bandage has a lot of fluid in the bandage, but it's off of you. Now, this was originally developed for, like I said, burn marks and other things like that, warts and things like that. But then, as skincare acne people do, we found out about it and we tried it because we'll try anything once because it might just work. And on a Reddit called SkincareAddiction, which is a great place to check out if you've never heard of it before, people started posting about this a ton not too long ago, a couple years ago. This was after I had my really big cystic acne, so I was never able to try this out myself, but I kept reading these posts and people are saying amazing things about what this does for them. And the science makes sense, right? It pulls fluid out and keeps that fluid in the Band-Aid, pull it off the next day and it's gone. So here's how you use one. It's actually quite simple. And the sizes of these hydrocolloid bandages vary. So you're gonna obviously wanna find one that's smaller for your face rather than one that covers your full forearm, right? It's not gonna fit on your face. But what you wanna do is you wanna clean your face. So if that's going in the shower, then that's great if that's how you clean your face usually, or if you use some sort of like a gentle cleanser, something like that, then do that. Whatever your normal thing is, cleanse your face in the area that you're gonna use the hydrocolloid bandage on. And this will only work if the cyst or the zit has a bit of white to it, if it has a little bit of a head to it. If it's still an underground zit, you could try, but I don't think you're gonna see a lot of success. Once it has that little bit of white to it, you can lance it using like a really fine point needle, or you can use an actual acne lance, which you can find on Amazon. And you don't wanna push on it or try to force some of the goo out to get it a head start. No, just lance a very tiny little hole, basically just making an escape way for the goo to come out. And then that's it. Let it dry, put the Band-Aid over it, and go to sleep. It's gonna feel really weird, it's gonna look really weird. That's why we're doing it at night when we're sleeping. When you wake up, if everything went right, if it was, the right time for that zit or pimple to actually let some of that sebum fluid out, and if you did make that lance mark correctly, then you should wake up and the bandage should be filled up quite a bit. When you take it off, the bandage should have that goo in the bandage. You should be able to see it. And then your face should have a deflated cyst or zit or pimple. So basically, within one night, you were able to get rid of the size of it, the volume that makes it a big bump, and you were able to get a bunch of that white head stuff out of it. Now, this doesn't guarantee that for sure that zit or pimple or cyst won't come back, especially if it's one of those really aggressive ones. I've had ones that stuck around for 3 to 6 months. But generally, from what I'm reading from these people's reviews on the SkincareAddiction Reddit, this is like a thing that works for a lot of people, the majority of people it works for. And I do want to say that there are a good amount of people who are also saying that it didn't work for them at all, or their face was a bit too sensitive with the adhesive and things that are used in the Band-Aid. So make sure that you do spot test this, one time on a small spot on your face instead of just going and putting them all over your face the first time. This is something that I don't think a lot of people talk about or know about, but is a huge skin tip, especially when you need to get rid of something for a reason, like if you have a speech coming up soon and you only have 2 days. Well, you can try popping that sucker and you're just gonna make it worse. It's gonna be really red, and then when you give your speech, it's gonna be like, boom, flamed up. But this hydrocolloid bandage might just be the secret thing that you did not know about that'll change the way you deal with your acne. So yeah, like I said, I've never done this before. I've read tons of good things about this. If you guys want to read more about this, definitely go check out the SkincareAddiction Reddit, or just Google hydrocolloid bandages and acne or cysts or things like that. And you'll see I've been putting some before and afters throughout this video to show you some people's results with it. But I would love to hear your personal results in the comments below, because that's where people go when they watch videos just like I do. And that'll help a lot of people. So if you've had good experiences with this, let us all know in the comments below. And that's it for this one. It's a little bit of a shorter video, but there's no need to draw it out. I hope this helps you guys. If it did, make sure you give a big old thumbs up. Let me know what you thought in the comments below. Remember, you are not alone, you are beautiful, and you are part of Team Acne. See you in the next video.